Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in. Today we will be covering Anthropic's tightly controlled preview of Claude Mythos and the cybersecurity concerns surrounding it, a renewed outage hitting Claude users, Microsoft retiring a legacy service and pushing admins toward modern tooling, and NVIDIA's full-stack vision on display at Human X 2026. Let us start with the biggest story of the week. Anthropic has begun rolling out a tightly controlled preview of Claude Mythos, and this one is generating serious conversation. On April 7th and 8th, Anthropic confirmed the preview of what is being described as a significant capability leap, especially in cybersecurity domains. Axios reported that officials believe Mythos could theoretically bring down a Fortune 100 company if misused. That is a striking claim, and Anthropic appears to be treating it with the gravity it deserves. The company is withholding any broad public release and is reportedly operating under a defensive initiative called Project Glasswing, which frames Mythos not as a commercial chatbot, but as a defensive cyber tool. As Axios put it, Anthropic has begun a tightly controlled release of Mythos, and the system card itself reportedly states that it represents a larger jump in capabilities than most previous model releases. Now, some unverified but widely circulated benchmark claims have been making the rounds on Reddit, with users citing a SWE bench verified score allegedly rising to 93.9% and USAMO-style math performance reportedly jumping to 97.6%. Those numbers are not officially confirmed, but they have fueled a lot of excitement and debate across communities like RR Claude and RR Singularity. What stands out here is the approach Anthropic is taking. Rather than racing to put this in everyone's hands, they are gating access based on the model's offensive cyber potential. That is a meaningful signal about how frontier labs are starting to think about releases. It is not just about hallucination rates or bias anymore. It is about what the model could do in the wrong hands. Anthropic is reportedly limiting disclosure of specific vulnerabilities that Mythos has discovered, which adds another layer to the caution they are exercising. Whether you see this as responsible stewardship or strategic marketing, the conversation it is sparking around capability thresholds and release protocols is one worth paying attention to. Now, while Anthropic is making waves with Mythos, they are also dealing with some turbulence on the reliability front. On April 7th, Claude experienced renewed outages following similar elevated errors just the day before. Users reported failure responses and degraded performance across both the web interface and API access. TechRadar confirmed that Anthropic acknowledged the issue, writing that just a day after Claude had elevated errors, Anthropic has confirmed the same issue hitting the AI assistant on April 7, 2026. The impact reportedly affected both consumer-facing Claude and integrations relying on the API, which is a concern for developers and businesses that have built workflows around the platform. This comes during an already volatile stretch for Claude users, with recent changes to usage limits and ongoing debates about performance tuning. The timing is notable because it overlaps directly with the Mythos preview headlines. For enterprise buyers evaluating which platforms to commit to, uptime and predictability often carry just as much weight as benchmark performance. Anthropic is clearly pushing the frontier on capability, but keeping the lights on consistently for production users remains a foundational expectation. Shifting gears to Microsoft, April 8th marked the official retirement of the legacy reporting web service for message trace in Microsoft 365. If you are an IT admin, this one affects you directly. The old SOAP-based reporting endpoints are now gone, and Microsoft is requiring a transition to the Microsoft Graph API for continued mail flow visibility. This was confirmed in sysadmin communities on Reddit, where one thread noted that Microsoft will retire the legacy reporting web service for message trace on April 8, 2026. For organizations that have been relying on these older endpoints, the shift means updating scripts, integrations, and workflows to align with graph-based tooling. It is part of a broader restructuring across Microsoft 365 that is steadily embedding more AI-driven security capabilities into enterprise tiers. On a related note, starting April 20th, Microsoft 365 E5 licenses will include Security Copilot, which further underscores the direction Microsoft is heading. They are consolidating around Graph APIs and AI-native security tools. And this retirement is one more step in that modernization push. For admins, the practical takeaway is straightforward. If you have not migrated yet, the deadline has passed and it is time to get on Graph. And finally, NVIDIA has been front and center at HumanX 2026, running April 6th through the 9th in San Francisco. NVIDIA executives used the event to present their vision of AI as what they are calling a 5-layer cake, consisting of energy, chips, infrastructure, models, and applications. The framing is deliberate. NVIDIA is positioning AI not as a single breakthrough or a standalone application, but as essential infrastructure. Jensen Huang stated at GTC back in March that AI is no longer a single breakthrough or application. It is essential infrastructure, and that message carried directly into HumanX. The event also featured startup pitch sessions in partnership with Mayfield and Google during the April 7th through 9th sessions, reinforcing NVIDIA's role not just as a chip maker, but as a platform orchestrator across the entire AI stack. This builds on the momentum from GTC 2026 in mid-March, where NVIDIA further solidified its full-stack narrative. The strategic positioning here is clear. While model makers are navigating questions around safety, reliability, and monetization, NVIDIA is planting its flag as the stable infrastructure layer underneath all of it. Their message is that no matter which model wins or which application takes off, the stack runs through NVIDIA. Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.